Elephant Butte Lake.
It's a great day today. It's not windy, it's calm.
This is one of the premier game fishing spots in New Mexico.
It's just great to be down here. If you didn't have any fish, if you're just out in this part of the country, it's just fabulous.
Today we turn fishing into hunting. Look at all those carp. The way they come to the surface in a swarm. You can see them, you can hear them. And with this bow and arrow, you can shoot them.
We're gonna get our fishing arrows hooked up. They got a little eyelet here, and we got to run the line from the rod through that eyelet so that we can retrieve our arrows with the fish on them after they hit. These arrows are really cool. They're a heavy-duty fiberglass arrow, and when they hit, the little barbs come out. And that's on the other side of the fish, so when you pull the fish back, the fish stays on your arrow. If that didn't happen, it was just straight, you pull the arrow back out of the fish, that wouldn't do any good. You couldn't retrieve the fish.
There is a special arrow set up for this type of fishing.
The point on these, it just looks like a regular old field point on an arrow, but it's made to where when it impacts with the fish and goes through, then these barbs come out. And that'll hold the fish on there when you retrieve the arrow back. If it didn't have those, you would go through the fish, but when you pulled it, would just pull it straight back out.
One thing, guys, once we start this and we get up close to these fish, any movement or hitting of the boat, they're going to go down right away. So be as quiet as you can. Usually as soon as they see us, they'll go under.
Carp have invaded fishing spots like Elephant Butte Lake, crowding out prized game fish. The fish grow at an extremely fast pace. Once a carp reaches 3 pounds, there are no natural predators. Carp can be sexually mature by the end of their first year. They spawn multiple times during the year and can leave as many as 2 million fish eggs. That's why bow fishing carp is encouraged by the New Mexico Department of Game and Fish.
People have to understand is that we're not fishing here, we're hunting. And we're hunting with a bow, and always whenever you're hunting with a bow, your range of effectiveness is pretty short. And so we've got to get within somewhere in the neighborhood of like 5 to 8 yards of these fish to really have a legitimate shot at them. And it's difficult to do that, to get in, because they see the boat, they see the movement, and they move away then. But what's great is because Elephant Butte, the water level's been rising here, a lot of this area that was dry and you got salt cedars and stuff growing is now getting flooded. And so these carp are coming in these areas to spawn. So it makes a great area to go after them. And you see that one just right over there a little bit. And so it makes a great area to go in and try to find the carp in these little coves. And with this salt cedar, it kind of gives you a little bit of cover to get in on them. But it also makes it difficult because you're talking pretty shallow water, and it's hard to maneuver the boat into some of those areas sometimes. So it's definitely a deal of hunting and getting close enough to get the good shot. Just because you see a lot and you hear a lot of carp spawning in the weeds doesn't mean that it gives you a lot of opportunities for shots.
And it looks like they're sucking air. So we're going to try to be really quiet right now and see. And too bad we can't get a shot because there's probably about 10 of them right there, and they're headed this way. Now, if he's a pretty good shot, we'll probably get one here. I'd wait just a couple of more seconds. Maybe get a sideways shot. They're coming right straight at us, so you'd have to hit them right in the mouth. There's about 20 under there, so I would take a shot anytime you want. Did we get one?
You got one?
No. Yeah, I do. I think.
First shot!
We're reeling this fish in right now. Jim's a pretty good shot there. No, we missed him.
Just came off. Let me tell you something. The bow hunters in New Mexico, when they see this and they know this is something to do when they can't hunt, they're going to go crazy over this.
The opportunity to practice.
Oh, yeah, I mean, because I've never shot a bow in my life, and I mean, I just, it's unbelievable. It really was.
A lot of action, isn't it?
Have you gotten many now since they've gone down a little bit?
Oh yeah, just right all through here, they're still all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the action is just, it's non-stop, and that's what makes it great.
You just keep
You miss one?
You just load it back up.
Bow fishing for carp, for non-game fish, is legal in New Mexico. You don't need any kind of a license to do it. You got to make sure where you're going that it's allowed to shoot a bow in the area. We're here at Elephant Butte Lake. Portions of Elephant Butte Lake are open to hunting, primarily the east side, and so that's where we're at. We're over here on this east side, and you know, people bow fish. It's a good way of keeping your skills tuned up, kind of in the off season when there's not a lot of hunting. Like right now, we're here in the end of May, beginning of June, and there's not a lot of hunting opportunities. So it's a good way of keeping your skills sharp to get back in here and try shooting some of these fish. So it's good practice.
Just underneath it. Now, you know, this thing's almost like...
Oh, you got him.
No, I got him.
You want to reel him?
I can.
See, right in the gut.
Yeah,
You got him.
that's the only way you get them, JR.
Yep.
All about the same size, too, aren't they?
Yep.
You got some. Open up the wheel well.
I will.
Hold the rod. Oh man, I hit him hard. That nothing. God, I hit him hard. Yeah, he is. Going to the left here. You got him.
Yeah.
You got him for sure. Tim, come film. I told you I hit him hard, JR. You got the drag on. You're okay.
Yep.
Oh, he's a good one. Look.
Well, you get him right in the gut. That's what.
Yeah. Now let me see here. Well, I gotta be careful here. I don't want the... Now that looks right.
Well, you did good.
Yeah, finally. I got him. Oh, what a shot!
You got him?
Yeah, I got him. Go ahead, you bring him in, JR. I saw him. I'm getting, you know what?
That's a bigger one.
All these big old fancy bow hunters better fear me a little bit, don't you think?
Them, the cowboys better really worry.
This is a big one, Tim.
Bigger than those other ones.
Oh yeah. That drag's
dang.
kind of screwed up. I think you can just pull up. Oh, it came loose.
Oh yeah.
No, you didn't. You got him. You got him. I see him.
Wow.
No, actually, he's smaller.
Yeah, he's smaller, and he acted bigger. He acted like he was a king.
I got the boat.
Nice job, Mark.
It's going.
You want to reel it? No, keep going. Oh, come back.
Show me what you got. Here we go.
Got the trophy.
There you go.
Trophy size carp. What makes them trophy is when they're small, when you're shooting them with the arrow. Pull that forward a little bit.
Tougher to shoot them, huh?
Pull it out. I think so.
Try again?
Sure, that's fun.
Yeah.
Mike, you want to try it?
No, I shoot left-handed.
Okay,
Well, I
so
had a
Mark,
left-handed bow.
how was that?
That was fun! These carp, it's tough. I mean, you take a lot of shots, but that's what this is about. This is about practice and coming out and honing your skills. And you got to figure out where they are, because the water makes them look like they're higher in the water than they really are, so you shoot over a bunch of them. So it was getting used to that and finally connecting. That's a lot of fun when you hit one and you see the arrow starting to swim with with a fish attached to it. That's kind of exciting. Good time.
They have a very small stomach, and because of that they're almost constantly on the feed, and they'll average 3 or 4 to 10 pounds, but they can get to a very large size.
When Dutch Zellman was a kid, he and his dad caught a 50-pound carp. His son didn't have much luck in the beginning, then he hit.
Drop the rock and go. Got it.
That line's 30 pounds. You're not going to break that line.
All right. Nice going, buddy.
Bud's an expert fisherman with the rod and reel. So how does this compare?
I would prefer shooting with a bow, because you can, like, if there's like a small one and a big one, you can pick which one you want to shoot instead of just hoping you get the bigger one. So that's kind of why I like it, and it's funner.
Was it luck, skill, or fear that caused Tim Baca to reel in a big one?
Yeah. Got him. You got it. Got him. You got it.
Woohoo!
Nice.
I think you took that. We're throwing you in. He heard me. That's why he hit it. He says, if you miss that one, I'm like, I'm not missing throwing this one. You in.
Here,
Oh, that's a good shot right behind the head. That's sweet, Tim.
That's a good one.
there was another one that was sitting in there that was about like it.
Just
You gotta suck its
pull
mouth.
pull that all the way out, and then just push the deals back in, and it'll come right in. Here he goes.
Just
You got it. Just pull it through.
Nice shot, Tim.
over the camera. Way to go, bud.
Sorry about that.
So how was that?
That was fun. That's a blast. That's a blast. Because you don't know where that arrow is going to really veer. So what I did there was I came down a little bit, maybe maybe 6 inches, a foot, and it just kind of comes back up. But you got to get used to that. You got to kind of find where you need to. Oh, that was great. But did you see that in the
Look at
trees?
that one right there in the rocks.
That thing was right in the
You can
trees when
see
I
his-
shot him.
Oh yeah.
Was it the fear of going in the water that
right there?
Jim's
Oh yeah, because Jim was going to throw me in if I wasn't going to.
Oh, there's two
If I
of them
missed,
like
I was going in.
And even though carp are bottom feeders, JR says a man from Hatch convinced him they are good eats.
Well, bring me a carp and I'll cook it for us. And I said, well, carp aren't that good. And finally I took him one, and he had one of these big discs, tractor disc, and he built a fire under it, and he put some oil on it, and he cleaned that fish really. He took all the scales off and gutted it and threw it on that disc when it was hot, and he'd cook it for a while on one side, and then he'd flip it over, and he had these pinchers, and he'd pinch the meat off of it, and he'd put it in a pile, and by the time we got done cooking that fish, We had a big stack of fish. Then he had some corn tortillas and pico de gallo, and he even had some frijoli beans. And we'd put that fish in the corn tortilla and put some pico de gallo on it and eat it like that, and it was great. I was either really hungry or it was really, really good.